Let me show you 7 Upwork jobs that you can do at night. So if you're busy during the day and you want to make more money during the nights when you're more available, whether it's because of college, whether it's because you're family, or you have other obligations such as another job, or you just have hobbies that you want to do during the day, but you want to have opportunities to make money during the night, I'm going to share with you some jobs that you can do during the night or any time of the week that you prefer. So if you need some flexibility because of other obligations, these jobs are going to be perfect for you. And for other people like me who are night owls, well, maybe these jobs are going to be good for you because it allows you to do all your work when you're most productive, which is the night. So the first job I'm going to share with you, these are all jobs that you can get on Upwork, and they're pretty in demand and easy to get. So the first one is content writing. So content writers are people who write articles, write web pages, write content for social media accounts or for websites or for different publications. So for example, you could write web pages for a website, you could write blog articles for different websites, you could do social media posts. But companies are looking for writers to just do research and write content, or to just watch some of their existing content and just mash it together and create new content out of it. So if you're interested in just doing some writing that's just basically doing some factual, do some research stuff, well, content writing can be interesting for you. It's not something like creative writing where you need to be creative or invent stuff. It's basically just figuring out the facts and presenting them in a simple, concise manner, an interesting manner, and it's much more approachable than doing a lot of other types of writing. And there's a lot of websites looking for content writers right now. So if you're interested, there's this opportunity on Upwork. Of course, like many of these jobs, what's going to happen is that you're going to have possibly to talk with your boss once in a while during the day to figure out different things. But when you do your writing of the content, it doesn't really matter as long as you deliver it before the deadline. And that's the same thing with all these jobs. So they're jobs that basically you get a set amount of things that you need to do, but when you do them is up to you as long as you finish everything up until a deadline. So it's like homework in school, where sometimes like these big projects for semesters in college, for example, like you have the whole semester to do it, the whole duration of your deadline on Upwork. It works similarly, and doesn't really matter when you do it as long as you do it on time. So the second job I can share with you is that there's a lot of demand on Upwork for graphic designers. So if you are more artistically minded and you'd like to build stuff that's visual and use your skills in a way that is much in demand on the market right now, there's a lot of demand for logo design, website design, app design, the visuals for applications for cell phones, graphics for social media, the banners on social media accounts, the profile pictures, even the posts on Facebook that you see. A lot of businesses call graphic designers to create like beautiful posts that share their promotions and different things like that. Also building business cards or advertisements. There's a lot of businesses who need to present their brand and their offers in a visually appealing way, and so they're looking for graphic designers right now, and Upwork is a great place to find jobs as a graphic designer. The third job that's really interesting is the one that I use to become a freelancer, is to be a programmer. There's so many programming jobs that you can do in your own time, whenever you want. For example, what I did is I became a web developer. Web developer, you can do a lot of websites that you build by yourself for businesses. So you just need to find businesses who are looking for websites. And what I did is basically I called the clients occasionally during the day when we needed to talk for the meeting. And once the job was started, I did most of the work during the night. Sometimes I was working up to like 6 a.m., 4 a.m. Like I really like working late into the night, and it really didn't matter. Occasionally, I'd change my schedule to talk with a client, but that's basically it. And Upwork's a great place to find jobs as a web designer, a web developer specifically, and web designer. And also you can do programming for apps, cell phone apps, mobile apps, and also desktop for computers. And also there's demand for a lot of software testing as well. So if you'd like to be the type of person who just tries out software and you're just trying to find bugs and different things, well, this is a job that you can do on Upwork. Next, you can become a SEO specialist. So what is SEO? An SEO specialist is basically an expert at search engine optimization. That's what SEO stands for, search engine optimization. What is a search engine? Search engines are websites like Google, like Bing, like Yahoo, and also like YouTube to some extent. They are websites where they have these search bars where you search for content or information, and then these search engines give you a list of personalized recommendations based on what you searched for, and you click on the links you want. Basically, just like when you're on YouTube and you're searching for some words, and maybe you search for the name of a music artist, well, they're going to show you music of that artist, and you can click on the videos you want, and the search engine decides what's most relevant and what they should show you, which videos should come at the top, which videos should be at the bottom. And there's the same thing for Google. Typically, when you write for, let's say, real estate in California, well, the results at the top are going to be usually the most relevant, and the results lower on the page are usually going to be less relevant. And SEO specialists are people who specialize in helping businesses get their websites or their videos on YouTube, if you're using YouTube as your search engine that you specialize for. But whichever search engine that you use, your goal is to make sure that your clients' content, your clients' websites, the link to their website or to their videos appear at the top so that they get more views to their content, be it their website or their videos. And it's a very interesting field because helping businesses get more views is something that's done in a lot of different ways. Like, you can help businesses get more views by helping them change the actual content on their website, like changing the text itself. But you can do a lot of market research to figure out what keywords, what are the things that people search for in the search bar that are less competitive, and so that it's easier to rank for. There's a lot of market research in there. There's a lot of writing that can be done as a SEO professional. And so if you like having a very varied amount of things that you need to do in your work, and also if you like the fact that you are a professional that has a skill set that is very much valued by business owners so that they respect you and treat you well, SEO specialist is a great place to go. Number 5 is to become a translator. So there's many translation jobs on the internet, on Upwork. So the cool thing is that there's a lot of long-term translation jobs. For example, you could translate books, you can translate legal document, medical research, or social media videos. And so you can do that on your own time. And the cool thing about translation is that if you do things like social media videos, or you can work with a lot of different companies who need you for a long time. So they can give you jobs over and over and over again, which is pretty cool for your stability, and also it allows you to not have to look for work that often. So for social media, it's pretty good. And also for books, it typically is a long project, so it's pretty good. And also you could get a deal with for things like medical research or different companies. So if you're interested in doing translation, it's not just translation from like Spanish to English. There's a lot of different jobs on Upwork that are actually translation from languages that are less common than that. Like, you could find translations work for almost any language on Upwork. So if you listen to this video and your first language is not English, but you're still good enough in English that you feel you could translate things from your native language to English, like, translation work could be a good avenue for you. And it's not just perfect translation, it's also quick translations. And, some clients need, perfect, really good translations, but some clients also just want quicker translations. It doesn't really matter to them that it's perfect. So, a lot of you might feel like maybe you're not good enough in English, but maybe you are. Like, for a lot of clients, maybe you are. So yeah, number 6, video editing. So video editing, there's many YouTubers who go on Upwork to find video editors. I did that for some time in the past, and I've known video editors who managed to work just part-time, and they were still in college, and they were making more than the average salary in their country. So imagine that, working part-time while you're in college, and you're making more money than most of the people you know, most of the adults you know who are actually on the job market getting full-time jobs. So there's ways to make a lot of money as a video editor on Upwork, and there's a lot of jobs. Both, again, it's like translation. There's both jobs that are simple, but there's also high-end jobs if you want to do really fancy video editing and you become really good. Like, this is a field where you can really learn skills, get really good, and end up with high-paying jobs. So it's pretty interesting if that's the sort of thing that you want to do. And number 7, a really easy one, transcription. So what is transcription? Transcription is basically that you get video or audio files, and your job is to just write the things that you hear, the words, the sentences, so that you make a text version of the audio or video file. For example, maybe a client might ask you to look at their YouTube video, one of their YouTube videos, and just write everything they say, every word, to make a text version of the YouTube video. Or maybe they want you to make a text version of any other different audio or video file. So it's very simple, very chill. You take it at your own pace, and there's jobs for that on Upwork. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have other jobs that you feel like I've missed that would be really cool for people who want to work at night, don't be afraid to share that with the other cool people watching this video in the description. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next videos. Take care.